What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Salehe Bembury collaboration with New Balance on this 530 Prosperity Be the Prize. Today's video is brought to you by Capsule. Capsule is a brand new product on the market which helps to preserve your sneakers and extend their lives by up to 2 times. So it's a very simple process. They offer these UV protective pods, which is where you store your shoes inside. And then the next step is where the secret sauce comes into play. So you inject this cartridge, which not only pushes out the bad air containing the oxygen and the dirt, but it pushes in a preservative which is scientifically backed, and this is the key component to preserving the life of your sneakers. So this targets the 2 main reasons why your shoes age, fade, and crumble over time, which is hydrolysis and oxidization. And again, this is a scientifically backed formula, so it's understandable if you're listening to this and you're a bit skeptical. So I'll link their socials, their website, all that good stuff down below, so check them out, do your own research. And recently they began to offer a subscription-based service which is called Capsule Club. So if you're in the market for a few of these kits, this is the best way for you to save money. So Capsule Club, they're best used for those grail type sneakers, maybe the ones that you wear a couple times a year, and then the rest of the time, they're just sitting on your shelf in a box. But don't take my word for it. Again, check out their website, it's linked down below. And if you do decide to go with them, be sure to tell them that you heard about them through me. So this right here is the latest collaboration between Salehe Bembury with New Balance, this time releasing the special edition 530 model. So the name of this release is called Prosperity is the Prize, and the inspiration behind the colorway was based off of Salehe's visit to Kyoto, Japan, where he hiked through the famous Kyoto bamboo forest. So that explains why the majority of the shoe is crafted using this neon yellow and neon green sort of tone. So these initially released on Salehe's website Be a Sponge on October 29th, but then there's going to be a follow-up worldwide release on New Balance's website as well as select boutiques. That's happening on November 7th. So these retail for $130 US or $170 here in Canada. And the official colorway for this shoe is Dusty Yellow and Celery Green, and the style code is MR530PR. So first things first, here's a quick look at the packaging, and this comes in a custom box just for this release. So we have this bamboo graphic on the top lid and it extends downwards towards the sides, and here you'll find both New Balance and Salehe Bembury co-branding. And then on this end of the box, we have the name of this release, which is Prosperity Be the Prize right here. So as far as the shoe goes, diving right into the details, on the toe box, you'll see the base layer here is crafted using a mesh layer, and this is done in this neon colored tone. Overlaid on top of the toe box, we have this synthetic leather overlay, which kind of looks like sheet metal, and then surrounding the front toe cap, we have this genuine shaggy suede. Moving downwards, we have this synthetic overlay, which is done in this aqua sort of tone. And then next to this, we have another overlay of genuine suede, but it's not as shaggy or long-haired as the suede found on the front toe cap. So this same suede covers the eyelets of the sneaker, and then beneath this, we have more of that open style mesh that we saw earlier on the toe box. And then fused on top of this, we have the New Balance end logo, which is done in this silver finish with more of a grayish blue outline on the edges. Moving downwards, we have more accents of aqua, along with debossed suede on the top 2 eyelets. And then next to this, you can see we have more of that open style mesh, and then overlaid on top of this, we have this yellow colored synthetic layer with 530 branding. We have this tag with Salehe Bembury branding. Moving downwards, we have another suede layer, which is a little bit darker, and then covering the heel, we have a synthetic yellow layer with that silver synthetic material that we saw covering the toe box, and then we have this small yellow colored pull tab on the top. As far as the laces go, so this pair only comes with 1 lace option, and they're an oval shaped lace done in this pale yellowish tone. Underneath this, the bottom half of the tongue is covered in this open style mesh, but running down the center of the top half of the tongue, we have this muted yellowish colored synthetic leather, and we have New Balance and Salehe co-branding pressed onto the top. So the interior of the shoe is fabric lined, and it's done in this neon green sort of tone. And then for the insoles, these actually come with a cork-lined foam insole, which was a nice added touch. And then again, we have New Balance and Salehe co-branding pressed onto the cork insole. So the upper of the shoe sits atop this chunky foam midsole, which is crafted out of New Balance's Absorb technology. So the midsole is painted in a slightly darker shade, almost like a khaki color, but the Absorb branding on the lateral side is done in this magenta or hot pink color. And then for the outsole, this is primarily constructed out of this purple colored rubber. We have this bright green accent in the middle with New Balance branding in the center. And on the heel, you can see the foam layer. It's actually cored out in 3 places, revealing this layer of blue foam which sits within the midsole. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about how these fit, so when I ordered these off the Be A Sponge website, I actually got my true size as well as a half size down. So in my case, I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, so I ordered these in both a 10 and a 9.5. Long story short, trying them both on, I felt like the size 10, while it was comfortable, there was over a thumb's width space between the top of the shoe and the top of my toe. Whereas going down to the 9.5, there was more so like a index finger's width space between the top of the shoe and the top of my toe. So even wearing the 9.5, which is a half size down, yes, it fits a little bit more snug in the toe box, but I feel like the 530 is a pretty generous fitting shoe. So even though my feet are a little bit on the wider side, I didn't feel any pressure points around the toe box at all. So long story short, I feel like if you like more of a snug one-to-one fit, I'd actually recommend going down a half size, aka your typical made in USA New Balance size. So in my case, I also go a half size down in silhouettes like the 992, 993, and most of the 990 series. Whereas I go true to size in most made in Asia New Balance models like the 860 V2, 2002R, and 1906R, along with some of the made in UK models like the 1500 and the 991. Next up, in terms of the comfort of this shoe, so overall I'd say that it wasn't bad and it's actually pretty comfortable. When I tried these on, my immediate reaction wasn't like it was, wow, this is groundbreaking and it's a super comfortable sneaker, but I feel like it's more of a shoe that you really have to break in, and the more you wear them, the more you'll appreciate them. Right off the bat, the upper of the shoe is extremely lightweight and very breathable, and while the midsole is a little bit more on the firm side, I actually like that it provides more of a supportive feel and it's not too soft and mushy. So if you're someone that prefers more of a firmer ride underfoot and you don't mind more of a chunkier midsole, then this is a great option for you. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, I actually thought the material quality of this shoe was decent. Especially when I compare this to some of the GR530s that New Balance offers. This version actually utilizes genuine suede on the shoe, which was a nice surprise. So it wasn't completely synthetic materials, which was nice. And the overall build of the shoe I had no problems with. The stitch job was good, the panels were consistently placed and sized, there were no visible glue stains, and the paint job was solid as well. So especially considering the lower price point on this release, I thought New Balance did a solid job from a material quality and build quality standpoint. So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. When I ordered these off the Be A Sponge website, the last I checked, it looked like most sizes were still sitting on the website and ready to be purchased. If I had to guess, it's probably because the colorway of the shoe is not going to be for everyone. This is honestly a pretty weird and kind of ugly colorway, but in a way, the randomness of this colorway kind of works. Obviously, this is not going to be a shoe that you wear that often, or not that I could see at least. But I think maybe pairing this shoe with more of a neutral outfit in the summertime and letting this loud colorway be the star of the show, I can see it working in that situation. And I know this might be a surprise for you guys, but this is actually the first time I've ever bought a New Balance 530. So I went into this not knowing how they would fit or how comfortable they'd be. So again, while I wasn't blown away by the comfort, I thought it felt pretty decent underfoot. And for the price point that these were going for, I don't really have any regrets picking this up. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know, what do you guys think about this latest Salehe Bembury collaboration with New Balance? What are your overall thoughts on the colorway and the 530 silhouette in general? And did you pick up a pair of these? Are you waiting for the global release? Or do you just find them ugly and it's gonna be a pass for you? As usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.